What's up, y'all? It's your girl Rayvon from Love Lola Looks, also founder of Baggy Baddies. Thanks for watching. Let's get into this review. My review today is on the Relic Design mini top stitching table. If you own an industrial machine, I recommend to get this top stitching table. I am not affiliated with them in any way. I just, someone recommended it to me and it has been a complete game changer. And so now I just want to share it with all of you. When you receive it, these are the pieces that you're going to have. And I'm going to show you where they all go in just a second. But you're going to have these 3 metal pieces. You're going to have these 2 screws that have the little, I don't know the terminology for all this stuff, but that screws onto the bottom of these 2 long screws. And then the shorter screw, it looks just like the other, but it's a little bit shorter. That one is going to go on this piece. This piece has 2 holes in it, but you only got to have 1 screw for it. It's all good. Now, the reason I started over here is because after my first time attempting, so I do recommend getting this piece put on before you actually attach the whole thing to your table. So to get it attached, all you're going to do is take it, and as you can see, one side is straight and the other side has this little groove right there. Okay, now you can see better. This side is straight and this side has that little groove. You want the side with the little groove to be next to the lines that are marked. So facing that way. And then just grab your 2 long screws. We'll do one at a time. Duh. And get it put on. It doesn't matter exactly where you're putting it, because right now all we're doing is getting this on, this little piece. Because when you're reaching under your machine and trying to do that, it can get a little difficult. See, it went on really easy this time. Sometimes it'll go on really easy like that, and other times it's like you just can't get the right groove. So it's best to go ahead and get it attached right now, like what we're doing. You don't need to screw it in all the way because you're going to be making adjustments in a second. If I had to say a con of this top stitching table, that would be my con. But it's such a minor con, I don't even want to call it a con. It's just if I had to find something negative, when you're at the machine and if you need to move this around, like take it off and put it back on, like for some of my bags that are really small, for when I do my top stitching, I actually don't want this on because it gets in the way. And so I'll remove it. And when I go to put it back on, if I forget to do this beforehand, I'm like, ugh. But I'm just being a little whiny thing. It's not a big deal. Okay. And for this next part, we'll just head over to the machine and do that. Okay, so here we are at my machine. This is my baby. So if you have a machine that's similar to this, you'll notice that there is no kind of marking for your seam allowance. I have to just go with the flow. And what I was doing was I was just either guessing on my seam allowance or I was drawing out my seam allowance on my pattern pieces, which can be time consuming and quite frankly annoying. Shit. All right, so we already have this piece put on. So now we are going to, this piece that's cut out right here, that fits around this metal piece. So even when you have this on, you'll still be able to access opening this up and changing out your bobbin, which is great. So we're just going to raise our foot and place it. Oh, it's upside down. Duh. Okay. And place it right on that groove. And you'll notice also over here, we have this little piece that I always was like, what is that random thing sticking out with those holes in it? Like, who does that? Well, this groove right here fits right over that. See? And then you're going to take the plate that you have. And I lay mine long way. Like this way is a little bit longer than this way. I want the long way going like this because I feel like it just adds a little bit more stability. And it probably tells you in the instructions what to do. So follow the instructions. I don't read instructions much, so that's just what I figured. And then pick, now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should go this way because it probably doesn't matter. Just get it attached. So use this little screw. Find the groove. There we go. For one of those holes. And get it screwed in. And once you have that screwed in, it's going to stop that from moving. See, it's really secure. If it's not screwed in tight, my God. If it's not screwed in tight, this thing will be kind of shifting and everything. So make sure that you do that. Excuse me. Okay, and from there, you just use these marks to make sure that your top stitching is perfect. The first mark is going to be 1/8 of an inch. The second is 1/4. Then we have 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, etc. Well, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, 5/8. I mean, they all kind of, it's just different ways to say the same thing. So for an example today, I am going to be making a strap. And I'm going to be sewing this at 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to loosen these up. Slide it over to that first mark. Make sure that the front and the back is lined up on that mark. Tighten these screws so that this thing isn't moving around. All right, and let's get it. Oh, I gotta turn my machine on. Duh. All right, let's get it turned. Okay, and now I am just gently pushing the side of my strap up against that piece. All right. And then we just let it do its thing. And this is not me speeding it up, y'all. I'm actually able to go this fast because I don't have to worry about my, anything shifting because of this top stitching table. How easy was that?